New developments tonight following the state's decision to shut down a first-of-its-kind housing program amid an investigation into fraud. Prosecutors say Medicaid money meant to help vulnerable people find housing is being misused. The Department of Human Services tells us the program needs to be redesigned and relaunched. But for now, those who rely on the services are left in limbo. Our Renee Cooper joins us live with the latest. And Renee, we've gotten messages from a few people who have been trying to get help through this program.
We have, Callan, and at this point, it's unclear whether they were on the way to getting that help they needed or whether they were taken advantage of by one of several organizations now accused of enrolling people just to bill the state for services that they never intended to provide.
What are the implications of that? I mean, beyond obviously that's just false hope for people that have already been having a hard
Oh, it's heartbreaking. Yes, absolutely. And so we need to get this figured out. But in order to have the money to provide actual services that help real people, we need to stop the fraud. And so I think this is a good first step.
Representative Kristen Robbins says terminating the state's housing stabilization program is the right call. The DHS announcement, sudden though, for some providers who tell us they've housed dozens of people.
What happens to those people who need help like this? Some who seemingly have been waiting and maybe never even received that help. What for them now?
A lot of the people that I've talked to from this program didn't know they were enrolled or were supposed to be getting services. So my hope is that people who generally have been involved in this program have come out of, addiction treatment, sober homes. So I'm hoping the groups that were providing treatment will help them.
DHS says it intends to redesign and relaunch the program. When and how that happens is not clear.
I'm honestly surprised about that. And clearly they'll have to work with the legislature on that. And I've already reached out to them to have a phone call next week.
I know that there's going to be quite an examination.
Representative Dave Pinto says the need is there. And as the DFL lead on the Fraud Prevention Committee, he hopes it plays a stronger role next session in crafting proposals to better such programs and the oversight around them.
To give confidence and faith in Minnesotans who may be losing that, and to make sure that we have the services of government go to those who really do need them, which they certainly do. And this program is a great example of that, of folks really needing the help, and then just unacceptably not getting it.
We need to keep pushing to find all the areas of fraud and clean it up before we add any more programs. It's going to be a challenge, I think, to restart this.
Now, Robbins there is the head of that Legislative Fraud Prevention Committee. She says they last met in July and are scheduled to meet again in September. She says they're also considering public hearings on this issue. As for DHS, they sent a statement yesterday, but have not responded to any of our follow-up questions at this point. Live in St. Paul tonight, Renee Cooper, 5 Eyewitness News.
We know you'll be following it. Thanks, Renee.